Right. One example of that is in Milwaukee. So we have looked and focused on building a generative business network. And what we believe is that a network of businesses that should be local should be managed together. And so what we have done is there's a laundromat, there's an incubator kitchen, there's a grocery store, there's a community center, there's a hydroponic food growing above a grocery store, all on the corner of Fond du Lac Avenue and Sherman Boulevard. And if you know that area, that's where pretty close to where the riots occurred in Milwaukee years ago when they blew up that gas station. And so the church there wanted to get involved and say, how can we do something different? I've been working with this community and with the people in this community to start thinking about how does that network cash flow positive. But the primary purpose of each one of those businesses is not to cash flow. That's the outcome that can be used, but it's to really drive a different experience and behavior around flourishing. So, for example, take a laundromat. The laundromat, yes, it cash flows positive relatively quickly, and people are sitting around for like an hour waiting for their laundry. What's the opportunity there? Oh, how do we help people dream? How do we help people understand their aspirations? When we go into different areas that people don't flourish, they even have a hard time thinking about dreaming. I'm like that little doll, like in Rudolph. I don't even have an ability to dream anymore because I'm on the island of misfit toys. No, we create space and place to connect people. We believe also, and there's a bunch of research that's going on, that when people talk about well-being and whether they're thriving, struggling, or suffering, the biggest lever to that is belonging and civic muscle. And so we've been spending a fair amount of time, both in our generative business network examples, but also in our local community here in the Fox cities of Wisconsin, understanding how belonging relates to flourishing or to well-being. And so we've been running tests with a belonging committee that's doing experimentation both at the neighborhood level to the community level to start saying, how do we create these spaces and places that enable us to have more belonging, which then enable us to have